Hello YouTube, this is Blackfire coming at you with another video. First off, I want to say thanks to all the people that subscribe to my channel. I want to say thanks to everybody who's liked and shared my videos. I really appreciate it. I really want to grow my channel. I want to give you guys the best content I can, with the most realistic news I can come at you with, and try to be as sincere and realistic as I can. Anyways, let's get into today's video, you guys. As you see, the name of this video is Unannounced Features of the PS5. And I'm here to tell you some very exciting features that will be coming to the PS5. And one of the big things about these features will be connected with the PlayStation VR 2. Let me just kind of explain this, right? Let's go into Grand Theft Auto 6. Can you just imagine that in Grand Theft Auto 6 that you'll be sitting in a room with your friends? Like, could you imagine being able to put the headset on and you're in the same area with your friends, like you're sitting on a couch with your friends and it's like they're sitting right beside you and you're able to talk to them and play music and do all these cool things? Now just imagine being able to be in the game world, being able to look at your weaponry and being able to chat and drive cars and customize your vehicles and customize your clothes and customize how your place looks like from the inside out. Could you imagine being able to, be in a race with your friends in Grand Theft Auto 6 online and being able to really immerse yourself in the world of Grand Theft Auto 6 online with your friends and really be able to be like really in the world? Could you just imagine with the realistic graphics and the GPU power and the CPU power what they're going to be able to do with PlayStation VR 2? And this is one of the unannounced features that developers have been talking about and taunting about, right? And, we haven't really seen what VR can do in video games. Not quite yet. Now, as far as we know, PlayStation VR 2 will be baked into the silicon of the PS5 itself. So when we're talking about living inside the game world, could you imagine like being able to jump in the car with your friends in Grand Theft Auto 6 and go and do missions and jumping out of helicopters and being inside the game world? This is what VR 2 is going to be able to give you inside of the Grand Theft Auto 6. So one of the main features that they're going to talk about with Grand Theft Auto 6 when they announce the PlayStation 5 and they reveal the PS5, right? When they do this, they're going to, Grand Theft Auto 6, Rockstar, they're going to really dive into most likely VR 2 and what VR is going to do with Grand Theft Auto and what the added horsepower and GPU and CPU is going to be able to do with Grand Theft Auto 6. And what this means for the future of gaming going forward, right? So this is going to be huge. This is going to change the landscape of gaming altogether. Like, could you imagine having a party inside of the console itself, like being able to explore 3D pictures and like having pictures and being able to see them in real time in like a real setting? Like you can actually look at the picture and you can move it around and look at it from the back or from the front, or be able to have a 3D model of it. Like VR is really going to be that next step in evolution, the VR 2. And I got to be specific here because we already have VR 1 for the PlayStation 4, but we're talking about the next evolutionary step in VR, right? And what Sony's going to bring with PlayStation VR 2 and how it's going to dynamically change the UI of the PS5. Like, imagine being inside the game console itself in VR with your friends, and like I said, being able to sit in like on an outside setting and be able to switch to Paris or France or wherever it is that you want to be in the world with your friends, and being able to walk around the city landscapes, or being in dreams where you can create, when they announced this game for the PlayStation 5, right? When they announced Dreams on the PS5, imagine being able to jump in there and playing and creating with your friends, like having different aspects of the game and being able to take real world assets and putting them inside of Dreams in the PS5, and being able to sculpt, dreams in terms of like either if it's a nightmare or if it's a dream, or and another cool thing is going to be what cloud gaming can do. Now, I'm not talking about streaming. I'm talking about the place where I feel cloud gaming can really shine, which will be in online multiplayer, right? Because you'll already be online, you'll already be on the internet. So I think that's where cloud gaming belongs, because I do think there is a place for cloud gaming, but I don't believe it's in streaming, right? And so the future in online multiplayer will be cloud, because with the extra powering processing that you can use with the cloud, like imagine being able to use the power of the cloud to have more friends inside of your game and be able to have really dynamic open worlds where people exist inside the world. And this is the features that haven't been announced yet. And there's another feature called the virtual console that will be inside the PlayStation 5, right? So talk about being able to play PS3 games, PS2 games, and PS1 games upscale to higher resolutions and frame rates, right? So having better graphics with ray tracing. So the PlayStation 5 being able to play all current generations of PlayStation with or without the disc. Another unannounced feature that we haven't heard of yet, which is the virtual console, which I've mentioned, and the PlayStation VR 2. And again, I'm going to go back to PlayStation VR 2 because I want to kind of also touch on Elder Scrolls 6 for a minute, right? So, and how this fits into the VR 2 thing. Imagine being able to upgrade your weaponry, right? Being able to go into the blacksmith and being able to wield your own weapons in real time in the 3D world, in the virtual reality world with your friends, and being able to talk to your friends as you do this and mold your own weapons and create your own clothes and being able to explore with your friends and have your own closet and have your own guilds and all this other stuff, and like really be like you're there, and being able to go camping with them and building fires and building a home or whatever it is you choose to do inside the virtual reality world. And this is all very exciting stuff that is yet to be announced by PlayStation, but it's coming. It's coming very soon. And these announcements will blow anything that Microsoft, the Xbox, has out of the water, simply because they don't have the virtual reality yet. They don't have virtual reality, and they've said they really don't intend to have it. So with all these new features that's really going to be heavily implied on the PlayStation 5, you're just not going to see on the, and it's really going to change the dynamic of the dynamics of gaming and really revolutionize. Because as of right now, we got 4.5 million PlayStation VRs sold. But when all this stuff gets announced, I can guarantee you that PlayStation VR 2 is going to sell exponentially better. Especially, excuse me. Especially when you'll be able to have these dynamic living open world games where you're online with your friends and literally are there with them, exploring the world, exploring the scenery, and exploring all these aspects that you've never been able to explore before. So get ready for that. And when they announce this, I'm telling you, people are, everybody's going to lose their minds. And you've heard it here first. You guys. And I just want to tell you that I feel very strongly, and I believe that these are some of the unannounced features that are going to really, really change gaming in such a way that will revolutionize, the gaming landscape forever. And being able to think about being able to play an NBA 2K game where you can play in the stands, and watch the game from the stands, and it looks like real life. And being able to be imagine being able to be an NBA player and playing in the game, or be a spectator where you can watch it from the outside. Imagine playing, God of War, where you are Kratos and you're going through the world and you can see the story from first-person perspective. Or imagine, playing a racing game where you're racing against your friends and you can customize your car however you want. Or, endless possibilities that will be possible with the PlayStation VR 2. And me personally, I can't wait for these things to be announced. And, It's just these things, and knowing these things, and having what they're going to be like in my head, and how it's going to play out in the future. And obviously, like I said, they're planning some huge things, because even the developers have told you, they're excited about the things that Sony hasn't even announced yet with the PS5. And remember, there's been several developers, that come out and said, look, they're really excited about what the PlayStation 5 can do, and nobody even knows yet because they haven't announced it. And this VR2 is one of them, because it's not available on any other console. It's only on the PlayStation 5. So you can imagine how crazy developers are going to go with this technology. The sky's the limit, you might add. And with that being said, I think really when you think about being able to interact and having a console where the interface, a UI, being able to exist inside of a virtual world with your friends and creating music and watching TV shows and watching movies and being able to interact inside of movies and interacting with TV shows and interacting with your friends inside of these situations is really going to change systematically the way games are perceived and the way games are played. And there'll be a much higher adoption rate simply because of PlayStation VR, right? So again, there's so much there, right, to be able to do inside of a game world. Like now you see the game world from an outside view, but then you'll see a game from the inside view and what it's like to be in that game. Assassin's Creed games where you'll have guilds with your friends or the in the guild with you. There's so much other amazing things that's unannounced that Sony's got coming, but I can guarantee you that we're in for a treat, you guys. PlayStation 5 is going to be an extremely powerful platform with unmatched power, 13 T-flops of power, 20 gigabytes of DDR6 RAM, Zen 2 CPU, 8 core 16 thread processor. I mean, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be an amazing time, you guys, and I'm so ready for PlayStation 5. It's not funny. I'm ready for that legacy. Anyways, I'm going to end this video here, you guys. I hope you kind of got a good idea of, the unannounced features that I do believe 100% are coming. And get ready for that PlayStation 5 and that PlayStation 5 reveal and that Grand Theft Auto 6 reveal, because that's going to be a KO right there, right? So anyways, you guys, if you like this video, please slap that like button. You guys have a great night. You have a great day. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Please slap that like button. You guys have a great one. Talk to you in the next one. See ya. I'm out. Bye.